A very good morning friends. Welcome to my channel Spiritual Territory. Today in this video we will be going to discuss about the journey of the spirit soul, that how we have to prepare ourselves to have a good journey to the spiritual kingdom or the kingdom of Godhead. So today I have picked up two verses from Srimad Bhagavad Gita chapter 8, which are mainly verse number 5 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita chapter 8, that is mainly अंतकाले च मामेव स्मरण मुक्त्वा कलेवरम यह प्रयति स मद्भावम याति नास्त्यत्र संशयः. So in this verse Lord Krishna is saying that अंतकाले च मामेव स्मरण मुक्त्वा कलेवरम, the person who at the time of death remembers the person at the time of death, the way he leaves the body, ya prayati sa madbhavam yati nastyatra samshaya antakale cha mameva smarana mitva kalevaram. So the person at the whoever at the end of his life quits his body remembering the Supreme Personality of Godhead alone, at once attains his divine nature of this entire of this there is no doubt. So in this verse Lord Krishna is saying that at the time of death, if we remember, if it is possible for us to remember the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then definitely he will reach to the abode of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or the world, the kingdom of Godhead. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says that in this verse the importance of Krishna consciousness is stressed. Anyone who quits his body in Krishna consciousness is at once transferred to the transcendental nature of the Supreme Lord. The Supreme Lord is the purest of the pure. Therefore, anyone who is constantly Krishna conscious is also the purest of the pure. The word smaran, remembering, is important. Remembrance of Krishna is not possible for the impure soul who has not practiced Krishna consciousness in devotional service. Therefore, one should practice Krishna consciousness from the very beginning of life. If one wants to achieve success at the end of his life, the process of remembering Krishna is essential. Therefore, one should constantly, incessantly chant the Mahamantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Lord Chaitanya has advised that one be as tolerant as a tree. Tarora eva sahishnuna. There may be so many impediments for a person who is chanting Hare Krishna. Nonetheless, tolerating all these impediments, one should continue to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that at the end of one's life, one can have the full benefit of Krishna consciousness. So in this verse, Srila Prabhupada explains that we give stress to ourselves in practicing the Krishna consciousness, then only it can become possible for us to remember the Supreme Lord Krishna at the time of death and elevate ourselves or transfer our spirit soul to the kingdom of Godhead or to the world of the Supreme Lord Krishna. So this is the process or procedure to prepare ourselves for the departure of the soul, during the time of the departure of the soul towards the journey to the spiritual world. So definitely there the spirit soul has to depart from this body. So during the time of departure, our destiny is decided by our own selves only. So whether we practice remembering something else or whether we practice remembering the Supreme Lord Krishna, it is dependent upon our decision. So if we decide, if we want to go back to Godhead, then definitely we have to stress ourselves to practice Krishna consciousness. Similarly, we can compare the spiritual life like it is like a train which is already at the platform. So in this Kali Yuga, especially in this golden age of this present, this starting 5000 years or the 9500 years, like that something, there is calculation about the golden period of the Kali Yuga, the first phase of the Kali Yuga, mainly the 1,08,000 years of the first phase of the Kali Yuga. There are 4 phases, the 4 limbs, I mean the 4 phases of the Kali Yuga, out of which we are in the first phase. and in that first phase we are only in the starting 9500 years only there is the Krishna consciousness. After that there is full ignorance, the reign or the region of the atheists only. So there will be full rule, the world will be ruled over by the atheistic people only. So in this starting 9500 years only the spiritual life is possible. The spiritual, you can compare this spiritual life like a train which is already on the platform. We have to just go approach the right platform on which the spiritual life, the train of the spiritual life is standing, and then we have to start when during the time of the departure of the spirit soul, during the time of the departure of our life, the spirit automatically we will be transferred to the destiny of the Supreme Lord Krishna, the Goloka Vrindavana. So the Srila Prabhupada has already landed the spiritual life in the to the conditioned souls of this Kali Yuga in the starting phase. So we have the opportunity only now. After certain time, if we cross the 9500 years, then there will be no possibility for us to do inquiry or reach back to Godhead. So therefore we have to be serious in this human life only, because now we got the human life. We should try our level best to reach this Krishna consciousness, to make aware others about this Krishna consciousness, and to be aware ourselves about the Krishna consciousness, and we have to prepare ourselves to go back to Godhead. So in this verse, Antakale cha mameva smaranamukva kalevaram ya prayati sa madbhavam yati nastyatra samshayah. We have to try our level best to prepare ourselves for the Krishna consciousness, and then only we will be accepted in the spiritual world and we can go back to the Godhead. So it is like a train which is already, as we discussed, that it is like a train already on the platform. We have to go and catch it. Other trains are just for means there are many trains. Materialistic people have many goals, different they have to reach, they have different destinies. So like that there are many platforms. We have to carefully observe the right platform on which our train is standing, our spiritual life is standing. That is the Guru will guide us, like the announcement of the station, that how the announcement, we have to carefully listen the right announcement of the on which the train is standing, on which platform the train is standing, on which coach we have to go. Like that only everything is, we should have the perfect knowledge that to which God we have to worship, to whom we have to approach, to what kind of Guru we have to seek the shelter or the refuge. So these all things are mentioned in the scriptures. We have to follow that, and then only we can have the right knowledge to approach to the right spiritual platform, to reach the spiritual platform and to continue our journey during the time of departure towards the spiritual world. So like this, through this verse number 5 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, we should understand that spiritual life is very important. We have to practice this throughout our life. And then comes another verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, that is mainly that in verse number 10 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita chapter 8, Lord says that prayana kale manasa chalena bhaktyo yukto yoga balena chaiva dhruvo madhye pranameva shya samya sa tam param purushamu paiti divyam. Here Lord Krishna says that prayana kale manasa chalena bhaktya yukto yoga balena chaiva dhruvor madhye pranam avesha samyak satam param purusham upaiti divyam. So in this verse Lord Krishna says that one who at the time of death fixes his life hair between the eyebrows and by the strength of yoga with an undeviating mind engages himself in remembering the Supreme Lord in full devotion will certainly attain to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we can see that how Lord has given this all knowledge that there is the process of hatha yoga or this yoga system, everything is given to us so that we can comfortably depart ourselves during the time of the departure of the spirit. So we can have a comfortable journey towards the spiritual world, so that we should not face any kind of suffering or difficulties in our life, and comfortably we can live this world of suffering and go back to Godhead. So therefore this yoga system and everything is given, but we neglect these all things, and we just encourage our uh, and we just follow to the words of such kind of motivational speakers who just push us in the world of in the ocean of sufferings, in the process of sufferings only. So these materialistic people say that with no pain no gain, you have to you have to take pain, you have to do something which will give you pain, and when you accept that pain you will get something. Actually this is something stupid philosophy, because already we are in this material world, means we are already in pain, and in that only if we bring the more pain, we gather more pain in our lives, then our life will be filled with more sufferings only. There will be very less possibility for us to have any kind of gain, and that gain is also temporary. Like Lord says that dukkhalayam ashashvatam, this all that gains, the material gains, the mundane gains which we get in our life is just temporary, and as that gain or the period of that that thing which we have gained in our lives ends up, then again there will be misery or suffering or the sorrow or the lamentation. So there is no use of gaining something material which is filled with pain. Regarding this, there is also another verse in Srimad Bhagavad Gita that yehi samsparshaja bhogam dukkha yonaya evate adyantavanta kaunteya ramate uh, uh, that there is the verse in Srimad Bhagavad Gita that in yehi samsparshaja bhogam, that yehi samsparshaja bhogam dukkha yonaya evate, that when we come in contact with the material sense objects, then there will be only misery only. And because the material sense objects are gives pleasure to the spirits, to the senses, definitely they give pleasure to the senses, but that pleasure increases the hankering of the senses more, and after that that sense enjoyment is also limited. Yehi samsparshaja bhogam dukkha yonaya evate adyantavanta kaunteya, that there is the beginning and end of all these kind of sensual pleasures. The sensual pleasures which we seek or which we enjoy in this material world is limited. At the same time it is filled with pain, which it increases the hankering more than where we then if we stay away from that. So when we go to enjoy that sensual objects, then our hankering or the desire to enjoy that becomes more aggravated, that it becomes more intensified when we try to enjoy that the pleasure, the sense of the sense that we get from the sensual objects. So therefore we have to be careful. We should not go towards the sensual objects or these kinds of motivational attractions of the that how motivational speakers try to motivate us by saying that we have to take pain or we have to approach this uh, the that how in the markets it has been glorified, that how we have to purchase something or we have to seek the material things to enjoy, to make our lives filled with happiness, but that is not happiness at all. We have to be careful from that kind of motivational speeches, and we have to seek the knowledge of the spiritual knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita only, that prayana kale manasa chalena, that in this verse Lord says that we have to prepare ourselves, we have to follow the hatha yoga system. This whole yoga system is so finely arranged by the yogis, so that that how the station is built for us, the platforms are made so that the passenger can have the comfortable journey, he can walk, he can approach the right coach, and he can continue his further journey and he could reach his destination. So therefore the stations are made, the railway stations are made, are constructed beautifully. Similarly this yoga system, the station of this yoga system is constructed beautifully for us, so that we can have a good journey towards the spiritual world. Thank you.